Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Hang on to your hat. We're in for a wild ride over the next 24 hours or so, and we have a good chance of some serious weather over the next 24 hours, maybe the next 30 hours or so for East Alabama and West Georgia. A significant severe weather outbreak is possible this afternoon, tonight, and into early tomorrow morning. We're going to tell you all about it coming up in this morning's edition of your Primetime Forecast. First, don't forget to check with Jamie Dukas and find out just how much money Alpha can save you. You can do that by several ways, and it's quick, it's fast, doesn't cost you a dime, and there's zero obligation. You can scan that QR code on the screen, you can click the link at the top of this video, or you can call Jamie at 256-831-7770. Don't forget to follow us over on the YouTube. We broadcast all of our weather information there. All you have to do is subscribe to our channel and click that little bell so that when we go live for severe weather coverage, you'll be guaranteed to get that notification. That certainly will be a possibility this afternoon as we have a very potent storm system headed our way that is going to start pulling warm air and moisture off the Gulf of Mexico up into Alabama and Georgia, and then we're going to have a strong cold front that's going to come slamming into the southeastern United States this afternoon and during the overnight hours, and all of that combined is pretty complex, but all of that combined is going to set the stage for some nasty weather for East Alabama and West Georgia. All modes of severe weather will be possible today, this afternoon and tonight. As a matter of fact, we have an enhanced risk of severe weather for much of central and now portions of much of central and now portions of East Alabama. That slight risk category, the yellow, has now been pushed well over into Georgia. So either in East Alabama and West Georgia, you're either covered by the enhanced risk or the slight risk of severe weather. That slight risk sounds like it's not something you need to worry about, but it is. Anytime you're in a marginal, slight, or enhanced risk of severe weather, you need to pay attention. You need to make sure you have a plan. You got to have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information. Look, folks, this is going to be coming through this afternoon while I'm at work on my daytime job. So I cannot guarantee you that I'm going to be here to give you severe weather information. I'm certainly going to try my best, and I think that I will be able to, but I can't guarantee it. So you got to have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information. Make sure you have a good app on your phone. Make sure you have a NOAA weather radio. Make sure you have a television close by so that you get redundant warnings when a warning is issued for your area. Most of the time, folks who are injured or lose their lives in severe weather is because they didn't know anything about it. They were not paying attention to their surroundings, and they were not prepared. You can be ready if you make sure you have a good way of receiving severe weather information. Call your friends if you see a warning go up for their area. Make sure they know. Also, make sure that you understand where you're supposed to go in your home and place of business in the event that a tornado warning is issued. You want to make sure you go to the lowest floor, center of your lowest floor, and make sure you go into a small interior room away from exterior walls. You don't want windows. You want to carry items with you that's going to help protect you, such as pillows, blankets, baseball helmets, motorcycle helmets. Make sure you have on hard-soled shoes. Think about it. Know where that place is going to be. If you have children, family members in your home, make sure they understand where you're going to go so you don't have to tell them when that warning is issued. Everybody knows where they're supposed to go. If you're going to be at work today and you're not really sure where your tornado evacuation place is and in your place of business, first thing you do when you get to work this morning is ask somebody, where do we go in the event that there is a tornado warning issued? Make sure, again, even in a place of business, that it's away from wide open span areas, and make sure that it is in the middle of the structure in a small interior closet or room. Now, just a few moments of preparation and knowledge and awareness can save your life in the event that severe weather happens this afternoon and tonight. Oh, and you folks who live in a mobile home, go ahead and call your neighbor, your friend, the city, somebody, and find a place to go. Go to a business that will be open this afternoon and hang out, shop, and do some shopping. Anything other than a mobile home. You do not want to be in a mobile home with weather like we're going to have this afternoon. You have to make plans to go somewhere else. You don't want to be in an automobile either, so you don't want to wait to the last second to make that decision to leave your mobile home. You got to do it well in advance. That's why you need to understand a map. You need to understand where XYZ County is in relation to where you live so that you can give yourself enough time to get out of that mobile home and go somewhere safe if warnings are issued downstream and they're coming your way. Y'all know me. I could preach on this topic all day long. It's my passion. I want each and every one of you to be safe out there. All right, so that's today. Enhanced risk of severe weather, all modes, including tornadoes across central Alabama and portions of east Alabama, and then that slight risk category all the way over to Atlanta Metro this afternoon. And then as we get into tonight, that risk area is just going to slowly move off to the east. I think most of Georgia will get in on at least the slight category, if not parts of that enhanced risk over toward Atlanta late this afternoon into the overnight. And then we may have another round of storms by 9 or 10 p.m. this evening, and that may linger into early tomorrow morning. There are some big question marks with this storm system. We have all of the ingredients. The only thing we're lacking here is a little bit of lift, but we're thinking that all of the other ingredients are very strong and that will overcome the lack of lift this afternoon and tonight. So there is a caveat here. There is a chance these storms won't be as bad as they potentially could be, but right now it looks like they will be. So you got to prepare for that and then hope for the best. Then as we head toward Wednesday, that slight risk category, we lose the enhanced risk category completely, and then the slight risk moves on over into middle and southern Georgia, places like Augusta, down to around Macon, Tifton, Valdosta. Eventually, I think we're looking at Savannah and Brunswick, and then also that marginal risk moves on over toward North Carolina and South Carolina on Wednesday. So I think by 9 or 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, storms are exiting right across Alabama into Georgia, and Wednesday is going to turn out to be a pretty nice day, especially by afternoon. And then on Thursday, it's all gone, and we're back to full-blown sunshine on Thursday. So current conditions at the East Alabama Bee Company, it's currently 65 degrees, kind of eerie out there for early January. It feels like stormy weather, and the wind's gusting pretty good out of the south-southwest. High temperature 74. It is high yesterday was 74. It's cloudy and misty and foggy out there this morning. Wind out of the south-southeast. It's switching back and forth from southeast to southwest. Southwest will eventually take over. 6 miles per hour, gusting to 14. The humidity is 95%. The barometric pressure at 30.08. Officially no rain, but look, we could see 3 to 4 inches of rain in some locations. I think 1 to 2 will be common. But 3 and 4 inches of rain will certainly be a possibility in the next 24 hours. We could potentially see training setting up in some locations, and that means that the storms continuously move over the same area time and time again. And in those areas, we could see some flash flooding and some pretty impressive rainfall totals by the time this is all over with. Sunrise this morning, 6:43. Sunsets this evening at 4:48 p.m. And don't forget to stop by ML Aubrey's in downtown Roanoke and Randolph Farmers Co-op in Wedowee to pick up your East Alabama Bee Company honey. So 72 will be the mark this afternoon in Roanoke, 70 in Ashland, Lineville, 71 in Wedowee and Woodland, Franklin. LaGrange will go to 72. We'll hit 72 in Alexander City, Dadeville, and Auburn this afternoon. before those showers and thunderstorms kick in. I think the window of opportunity for severe weather will crack open around noon today, and then I think it's wide open by 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that window stays open at least through about 9 or 10 p.m. this evening. Then I think it will close for several hours and may open again tomorrow morning. So we could be looking at least 2 and potentially 3 rounds of severe weather over the next 24 hours across East Alabama and West Georgia. So here's the 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. A mostly cloudy day, maybe a few showers out there this morning. And that's good. We want all the rain we can get before this line of storms gets here this afternoon. Rain this morning will help stabilize the atmosphere across East Alabama and West Georgia. So it would do my heart good to see a soaking rain this morning, and that continue all the way through noon. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think we will see periods of showers through the morning hours, and then those showers and thunderstorms begin to develop this afternoon. After about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon, those showers and thunderstorms could become severe across East Alabama and West Georgia. 72 your high down to 62 your overnight low. Will maintain that 90% chance of rain tonight. Hey, it's going to be windy even away from thunderstorms. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. And then on Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms continue through mid-morning. Then we just go back to an occasional shower through noon. I think we start to see peaks at the sun tomorrow afternoon, and by tomorrow night, we clear out across the area. 69 your high on Wednesday. Back to full-blown sunshine Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look at the temperatures, though. They're much more seasonal for this time of year. We're getting into the upper 50s for daytime highs. And then on Sunday, our next chance of rain will move in with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. I want to go back up to the convective outlook, and I want to take you down here and show you some graphics from the National Weather Service office out of Birmingham. This is the timing of the severe weather possibilities this afternoon. And again, notice that enhanced risk covering a good chunk of central Alabama. That stretches all the way over into southern Talladega, southwestern Clay, all of Tallapoosa. It gets western portions of Chambers, western Lee. It gets all of Elmore County, so it gets a good chunk of the Dr. Don coverage area as well. And then the yellow, which is the slight risk category, covers the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia. So basically, we're talking anytime after about 2 o'clock this afternoon for the western section of our coverage area in East Alabama. And then that will continue right on through about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, is it going to storm the entire time between 1 o'clock this afternoon and 7 o'clock tomorrow? The answer to that is no. But there will be, that window will be open that entire time, and there will be rounds of showers and thunderstorms, and any of them could go severe between 1 p.m. this afternoon and 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then the other thing we want to talk to you about is the potential for flash flooding. And you'll see that we have Coosa, Tallapoosa, Chambers, Troup, Harris, Lee, and Elmore County of East Central Alabama and West Georgia covered under a flood watch. Wouldn't surprise me to see that watch extended further to the north. And so these are the areas, though, that we anticipate the train effect. We talked about that a few moments ago, where we see the storms train over the same areas time and time again, and that causes flash flooding issues. So if you're in one of these green counties here, just remember, turn around, don't drown. Rainfall totals of 2 to 4 inches are certainly possible before this all ends sometime tomorrow morning. So I just wanted to go back up here and show you the graphics from the National Weather Service and give you the timing. We start to see these storms move into central Alabama by noon today, and then into East Alabama shortly after noon, probably somewhere around 1 or 2 p.m. And that could continue at times all the way through 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. Let's go to the Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. We'll show you what's happening out there right now. Let's start here at home. Then we'll go out west, and I'll show you what's headed our way. And you can see those light showers moving across Alabama, most of which are north of the I-20 corridor at this hour. But we're beginning to see a line of showers from Talladega down to just north of Montgomery. That's going to be moving off to the east. These are very, very light in nature, and that's good. We would love to see the map just covered up with these type of showers this morning, because the more rain we can get, the more stable the atmosphere will be before these storms move in later this afternoon. A few stronger storms maybe up there in northwest Alabama, but here's the main show, and you can see that yellow area there. That's a tornado watch that's in effect out there for northern Mississippi, back into northern Louisiana, extreme eastern Arkansas, back up into western Tennessee. That goes all the way up to near Bowling Green, Kentucky, and just south of Louisville this morning, where we do have a few tornado warnings up there. The rest of this line of storms behaving at the moment. But when we start to get the heating of the day going, I think we're going to see more and more severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings with this line of thunderstorms as it moves on off to the east. But that'll kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at later on today across East Alabama and West Georgia. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's at DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. That's our home on the World Wide Web. You can go there and click that donate button in the upper right-hand corner and help support us here at Dr. Don's Weather. Also, if you own a business and would like to help support us, just like Genesis Weight Clinic in downtown Roanoke and Mr. Joey Knight at Auction 431 South down there in Phoenix City, Alabama. All you have to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I can have you started by the time we do our next weather forecast. Folks, the timing on this one is going to be during the daylight hours. Most of you know that I'm an emergency manager by trade, and I do have a paying daytime job, the one that I pay the medical bills and buy the groceries with. And so I will be at work this afternoon. My folks that I work for are gracious enough to allow me to continue to broadcast and push out weather information even when I'm on the clock. So as long as we don't have severe weather affecting us here in my home county up in northeast Georgia. So that's always a possibility. The way these storm lines move in, a lot of times they line up perfectly to where we're dealing with severe weather here at the exact same time it's coming through East Alabama and West Georgia. So we're going to have to play all of that by ear this afternoon. I most certainly will post on Facebook, no question there. But as to whether or not I can go live, that's a big question mark. So that's why you got to make sure you have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information, just in the event that I cannot go live if we have severe weather in both places at the same time. But I'm certainly going to do my best to be here for you if that were to take place. So other than that, be prepared, stay weather aware today, and if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning, if not this afternoon, with severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather.